I love you, baby girl. You're just such a good girl. We're fishing. You want to go run around? Are you ready? You ready to go outside? You want to go play? You want to go see Rick and Kitty? Let's go, come on, let's go, come on. Sierra is so excited. She's been like jumping around the back seat like this the whole time. All right, let's go, come on. That's cool. Oh boy, she's going crazy. What's up, everybody? It's Sunday here at camp. I'm chilling with Sierra. She's actually over in the shade right there underneath the tent. But we've got a great site here. We're in central Colorado. Wanted to give you a quick tour of the site. As you can tell, the campfire is going, and we had on the 28th the campfire ban was lifted from the sheriff down in Salida for Chaffee County, so that's cool. I got my energy panel out and charging up the batteries. I did go get the AC 200 battery. This is the sample that Blue Eddy's doing. The new battery that's absolutely massive, the 1.71 or the 1.7 kilowatt 2000 watt battery. The only problem is I think it was damaged during shipping because there's an error message that comes up. So I think that I'm gonna need to send this back and then get another sample to test this out. But it's an incredible battery. The readout on it's amazing. Like all the data that you can pull, there's like 14 different battery cells in there, I think, if I remember correctly. You can pull data on each one of them, see what the temperature is on each one, see what the energy draw coming is on each one, the output on each one, bunch of different stuff. You can charge solar and AC at the same time. So if you have solar panels, you can plug them in and then also put in a plug from the wall or from like a generator or something like that and charge it up real fast. So it's got a real nice rapid charge on it, which is cool. So but I'm set up here next to this awesome little creek, and I wanted to show it to you. It's just a little spring actually that comes right out of the wall of the like it's not a wall, it's just the side of the cliff there. It's not really a cliff either, it's just a slope. So let's go up and check it out. Go on, Sierra. Come here, girl. You wanna go on a walk? So there's the old mining stuff up here. There's a bunch of old like pits, like mining pits. And so this was a mining area. And nice little area here to do a little cold plunge. So I'm gonna do that later today. It's supposed to be pretty hot, and then the storms are gonna come in about 3, and then they're gonna end by 6. Oh, and I wanted to let you know I'm gonna be doing a live stream on here tonight at 6 p.m. So I've got a good enough connection. I think I can have a good enough video quality to get that done. So 6 p.m. we'll get on here and we'll do a live stream from camp. And if the storms are still going, we'll just do it underneath the side awning. So. But back to the stream here. This is the little spring that is coming up. So let's go up here. I want to show you. There's actually a little like pool that you can drink from if you wanted to. Right here. And you can see how fast it's coming too, because you see how this piece is waving, and so it's really coming fast out through there. Obviously, I mean, it's creating this flow. But it's kind of cool to see that. And this water, it tastes magnificent. You can drink straight out of it. You don't feel, it doesn't make your stomach upset at all. So it's been kind of nice just chilling up here. The evening sounds are great with the stream. Whoops, with the stream right next to camp here. So it's been really nice. And then looking out, way out over there, I mean, just the views looking out into the valley, they're really nice. And so nice thing about being up here at this side is there's just not a lot of people coming up because it requires a little bit of 4x4 to get here. And it's kind of the last area on this section of the trail. So there's really not anybody up here, which is nice. There was one person who came by yesterday. He's like, oh, I recognize you from the Down to Mob videos. I was like, hey, what's up, dude? So one thing that is nice here though, over in the shade, all these cool flowers are starting to really bloom up. And so this one right here, I have no idea what this is. This looks like it's probably a weed, but tons of flowers there. And then these yellow ones, I know that's a weed too. I don't know the names of any of these, but those are popping up everywhere. And I think with this water, oh yeah, look at these up there. There's a bunch. Well, I don't know if you can see them with the GoPro. This is the fisheye lens, but really nice stream here. So this is nice, just nice, oops, nice ambiance throughout the day, and definitely at night for sleeping. And then just have this nice cool water to chill in when it gets hot. Because it's supposed to be up to 84 today up here, I think, which doesn't sound like much, but up in the mountains when you're like at 11,000 feet, it's pretty intense with the UV rays. So this right here is big enough for me. If I bring my, I did this the other day, if I bring my little thermarest, the little Z seat, and put it right there as a headrest on that thing, I can lay all the way right here, and my feet like are right there. So it's about 6 feet long, which is cool. So I'll probably do that, like I said, before the storms hit, because it's supposed to be nice until about 2:30, and then after that it's supposed to get bad. So Sierra girl, where'd you go? Hey Sierra, come here girl. I don't know if she's down here or if she's up there. Let's go check out the cabin though. There's this little mining cabin around the corner, and I don't know if it was just a cabin that was like more of a like a tool cabin or a place where they just did work, because it doesn't look very inhabitable. It looks really kind of janky. So let's go check it out. Oh, sweet girl, you're just running around having fun this morning, aren't you? Okay, so here's the little cabin. Looks like it was nailed to the trees because there's really no foundation to it. Obviously it's all collapsed in. It's just basically wood that they cross-cut there or cut long ways and made boards for it. But it's all nailed into the tree here. And so I'm wondering if this was more of a like a utility shack for the mines up here, because if you look back up in there, it's like there's mine tailings right there. You can see all that blonde looking soil. There's mine tailings there, and then they go all the way up the hill. And then this is right down here at the bottom of it, and I'm just thinking it's like a utility shed, or maybe like a one-person, you know, shack or something. Because with it being in the trees like this, obviously when the trees grew, you can see how the boards kind of got wonky. I'm level, and then that's angled, you know, it slopes down from the left to the right. So, but it's cool to see this stuff. I love running into these things in the backcountry, and it's nice to camp next to them as well. Just looking on the inside. It's kind of cool to see the wood still have its color after all these years. Oh, let's go in here. This is a tight fit. Yeah. Still not in bad shape. So just don't know what this was. It could be also just for livestock. Who knows? Just a shelter, but there's a bunch of stuff around here. It's like there's all these different roads that are closed. Like Sierra and I will take this loop walk, and then it goes down, and there's this little spur that's closed, and at the end of it's this little waterfall. And if you take, instead of going to the left there, if you go right, then you run into like the foundation of something. There's nothing left. It's like it's all burned down or whatever. Hey Sierra, let's come over here, girl. But you run into a foundation of something, and You can tell there's a lot of activity around here because most of the roads that are closed were like they're just like really overgrown and stuff like that. You walk back them. Here's there. You walk back and it's all just like foundations for mining runs and stuff like that. So anyway, but we're gonna chill here for a bit and probably stay here for a couple days. This weekend I'm gonna go camp with Tyler and his family again. Tyler's one of the guys that I did the video on. He had one of the Tundras. I'm gonna move this. This thing's crazy. There we go. He had one of the Tundras. So I don't know if Leo can join us. I don't know what his schedule's like. Excuse me, this coming weekend, but Tyler will be up here, so we're gonna hang out. And I think maybe midweek I'm gonna go try to fly fish this one spot because I want kind of jonesing for some trout because I've been doing this pressure cooker thing, this meal where I do this Italian beef, which by the way, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that up in this video. I'll put the Italian beef recipe up here. I made this a couple weeks ago and this is from my buddy Craig. And the only thing I didn't have at the time was beef bouillon cubes, which I'd recommend adding to this recipe. But it's just phenomenal. And I've been eating this like every day, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner almost. Not for breakfast, but definitely for lunch and dinner. And it's just really an easy recipe to make. So I'll put the details in the notes below. If you have a pressure cooker, try it. It's really, really, really good. And the Italian beef just turns out amazing. And when you add the beef bouillon cubes, it's unreal. So, but anyway, join me tonight for a live stream, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Just be here on the channel. And we'll just go over everything Nomad, and we'll see if the storms are still kicking. If they are, we'll just keep on. We'll go with the live stream like kind of underneath the tarp here. So we'll set up and just have it to where, you know, I'll have like the monitor and stuff like that, and we can just chat there. And then once the storm passes, we can go for like a walk around and stuff and see things, which would be cool. All right, thanks. All right, cool. I'm getting my instructions here from my buddy Craig. What I'm doing this morning is I'm gonna start doing bulk food since I've got time to cook, and I've got this pressure cooker now that my buddy Craig told me to get. And so the first recipe that I'm doing this morning, it's pretty simple. It's only 3 ingredients, but Craig says it's incredible. It's an Italian beef. So I've got a big chuck roast here, and it's about 3 pounds, a little over 3 pounds. And then I've got, let's see, these peppercinis. Let's see, I think this is the 16 ounce. Yeah, 16 ounce. But I guess if you get 28 ounce, it's better. And then you put an Italian dressing, and you throw all this in there, including the juice that's in here in this bottle. And then also 1 cup of water. And so put that in there, bring it up to pressure. Excuse me. Let it cook for like an hour, I think is what Craig was saying. And then we'll get it out and see how it is. And then if this works out well, then I'll have like, you know, lunch and dinner meat for 3 days, which is pretty good. So, because I like to do about 8 ounces of meat for lunch and then also for dinner. And so with that, I mean, with 3 pounds here, it's more than that, isn't it? 3? I don't know. I can't do math. It's too early in the morning. Anyway, let's get started on this. All right, so we got 1 cup of water that we're putting in here. We've got the entire Italian dressing deal, so let's just throw that on in. All right. And then we've got all of these, which we're just gonna dump the entire thing in there. Wow, a lot of stuff. And then lastly, we're gonna take chuck roast here and put it in. And then we're gonna seal everything up and get the heat going and see how it all turns out. So here's what it looks like with everything in there. And all the stuff is underneath. And we're gonna get to pressure cooking here. So we'll see how this works out. I've always been kind of nervous to use one of these because I'm like, pressure cooker, I don't want it to blow up on me, but oh no, I think they're pretty safe. So we're gonna go ahead and start cooking, and we'll see how this turns out in about an hour. All right, now according to the instructions, you want to make sure that your seal around here is perfectly clean. You don't have anything on there that could break the seal for when the pressure's on. And then you just basically put this on here, and it's pretty simple to close it up. It just goes Let's see here. Of course, I say it's simple and now it's not working. What am I doing wrong here? There we go. All right. There it is. Got it. Okay, the last component here is the pressure seal. And so this goes into the deal right here to where you either have it on steam or you have it on release. And so steam goes down, and then what that does is that holds the pressure into place, and then you're good to go. So we're gonna start this and see if it works. Hopefully it won't blow up on me. So I can hear something going on here. I think the pressure's building up. And it's supposed to, according to the instructions here, let's see, it says something about, I think that there's like some sort of steam that we'll see coming out. I don't see it yet. Let's see. Cooking time begins when you hear or see a steady flow of steam released from the general or from the pressure regulator. Lower the heat as necessary to maintain a very slow, steady flow of steam and cook for the length of time indicated in the recipe or cooking chart. Okay, cool. So out of this thing here is where we'll get the steam, I think. You know, one thing that's nice about this pressure cooker with cooking everything up in bulk like this is it's super cheap. And you can cook up a ton of meat and do, you know, steak or chicken or roast or whatever and have protein for days. And out here you need that. And that's one thing about living this way, is that it can be really tiring if you don't have your food dialed in, or if you're eating kind of poor quality food. You get tired really quick because you burn through so much energy out here. So I'm excited to see what that tastes like. But man, that smell, it smells awesome around here. I'm sure the bears in the area are probably like, yeah, it smells down over there, and see what's up. So we're gonna have to keep our eyes on our head on point. What's up, baby girl? What are you doing? You want to go play? You want to play with a stick? You want to play with a stick? No? Okay, let's just play. I love you. Just my baby girl. He's just so funny. He's just such a good girl. I'm going to sit there. Come here. Oh, pumpkin. Oh, boy. What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we playing? Are we playing, girl? Are we playing, baby pumpkin? Oh, baby girl. Okay, so we just got done with our 60 minutes, and what this recipe calls for, there's two ways that you can release the pressure. One is just to do it just all together like this, or you can let it just kind of release on its own. So I just chose to release it all at once, and we're gonna see how this turns out. So hopefully it's good. It's definitely has a lot of pressure built up. I guess it says it built up about 15 pounds of pressure in here. All right, time for the big reveal. See how we did here. Wow, that smells amazing. Holy cow. That looks really, really, really good. Let me get the camera off this here and I'll put it down in here. Oops. My bad. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty stoked with how this turned out, and I'm excited to try it. What's great is now I've got, you know, like I was saying, you know, protein now for, I mean, gosh, for the next like 4 or 5 days. So I'm good to go with that. And I've got stuff for salad. I've got like green beans, I've got asparagus, all that stuff. So what's nice is with, you know, the solar in the fridge, I can just stay out. I got plenty of gas. So I can just kind of kick it and hang out back here. And as you can see, there's no one around, which is real nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this out, see how it is.